All right, guys, we're going to do a little bit of zeroing today, just checking zero, confirming it. A few tips with that is your position. You want to get absolutely as flat as you can to the ground. You can do it off of a bench. A bench is fine. I prefer going prone just because I feel like I'm a lot more steady than I am on a bench, and more grounded you can be, the more stable you can be. I would definitely recommend using some kind of bipod and then some type of rear bag. And a good trick with the bag is you want to actually put your left hand on the bag right here, like you're grabbing a beer can, and actually squeeze the bag, and you can see the rifle kind of going up. You don't want to try to put any other type of input on the rifle, especially when you're trying to zero. So my rooster's crowing. That way you can get as precise of a zero as you absolutely can, and just make sure that you're zeroing with the ammo that you're going to be using, you're going to be shooting with. Don't zero with range ammo and then put self-defense ammo or whatever ammo you're going to use for the thing that you're actually doing, because your zero is going to shift. And I actually have I have 55 grain here, which I have actually not gotten the data for this to see what my zero shift is from my 77 grain to my 55 grain. So we're going to find that out today. I pulled that last one just left just a smidge. We're shooting a little bit of bigger group, and I don't really love. This rifle for me has been proven pretty accurate with the right ammo. So I've got good stuff here. IMI razor cord. I'm gonna load up. Okay, that might have been it. Can was a little loose there. All right, so this is why, ammo really matters. So this is my first group, right? See this blue, it's number 1, and that's pretty big. That's a solid, probably 3 inches all the way across. This one, I did pull that one. So this is, that 4 rounds that I shot, and that's about 2 inches, about 2 MOA, right? And then I put in the razor core, that's 4 right there, and that's right about 1 MOA. We're a little bit right. And then I went ahead and put 3, this center with the AAC, right? So 1, 2, 3, right here. AAC 77, right? IMI 77. 70, 80 cents a round, right? And then we got, 50 cents a round. It does matter. I actually I was taught in the military, there's an acronym, PABS, right? And it's position, aim, breathe, squeeze. Especially for, zeroing and kind of long distance shooting, especially when you're prone. It's a pretty good way to visualize it. I used to remember it by please arrest baby Sasquatch. I don't know why, but it always stuck with me. So position, right? I want to be as flat as I possibly can. I want to have as many points of contact as I can on the ground and on the rifle. Aim, right? I want to have a nice clean sight picture, whether you're using the scope or red dot iron sights, it doesn't really matter. But I want that aiming point being nice and precise, exactly where I want it, the same every single time. That's why it's good to do 5-round strings or even 10-round strings to really see what both your weapon system's capable of and what you're capable of. And then breathe, you want to shoot in between the pauses of your breaths, right? So you don't want to shoot on the inhale, you don't want to shoot on the exhale, but you want to shoot in between the inhale and the exhale. That's when you're the most steady. And then squeeze, right? I want to, if you have a 2-stage trigger, take up that play in the trigger, go to the wall, and then I want a nice gradual squeeze from front straight to back to break that shot without disrupting the sights. Fan on, because it's hot as hell out here. It's not that bad. I'm kind of being a baby about it, but I have just walked like 1,000 yards between all the groups that I've been shooting and walking back and forth and seeing them. And spotting scope would definitely be nice, but working with what we got here. So the AAC, to be completely honest with you, as far as precision goes, this barrel does not really like it. Shooting like 2 MOA or above, like 2 to 2.5 MOA groups, which is not super great. And we'll go see how the 55 grain did. All right, so this was the 3-round group for the 77 grain. We're at about 2 MOA. Probably come down to more like 3/10. All right, so that's kind of interesting. So this is the group I just shot with the 55 grain right here, which is actually not too bad. Probably, honestly, about an inch and a half, about 1.5 MOA. And that is basically no adjustments. Actually, both the 55 grain and my good 77 were pretty on. Sorry guys, this isn't a full-on video. I just had a baby, so I've been hanging at home with my boys and my kids, and I haven't had a lot of free time to actually go down to the range and go shoot. So I'm just gonna put out this video for you guys. Little tips on zeroing. Hopefully you got something out of this. Most of you guys, I'm sure, know a lot of this can zero your rifles pretty well, but for those of you who may be having a hard time or you just need some little tips, I figured I'd help you guys out. So, all right, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.